we're just laughing about the bootleg ass setup that we have. Like, so we got my phone on some janky stand, and Aidan's got it perfectly set up on our patio couch out here to film content that we can clip into reels. And then just got this simple stand and 2 iPhones. It doesn't take much.
Yeah,
you know?
and these mics that we're still like I'm probably louder now than I am now. We're still figuring out exactly how to do the audio. But
yeah, we're gonna see. You don't really know until after you look at it, but you don't want to constantly be like checking and adjusting shit.
Yeah.
Then it breaks the flow of things.
So,
And as you can tell, we ditched the bintang.
we did. That shit was garbage.
Fuck.
We won't be drinking that again.
Fuck that.
Going for some good old-fashioned coffee today.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers to another episode.
Salamat
of
Pagi,
Boys
motherfuckers. Salamat
podcast.
Pagi. Salamat Pagis. Say it like an American. Saya suka minum kopi.
Kopi ini inak.
Kopi ini inak.
This coffee is delicious.
Holy shit. You heard it here. This coffee's delicious. In English and Indonesian.
All right, so what has happened since our last episode? We had a few interesting things happen to us.
And it all meshes together. It's almost difficult to highlight and to think chronologically about it. It's easier to put it chronologically when Aidan and I are going through all the videos. But one notable, I kind of feel like it started off with your modeling gig.
That's right, because we didn't talk about that on the last
No,
episode.
we didn't, and it was towards the end where that happened, and so that's, if you want to chat about that for a little bit, and again, you got how it happened, you know, who reached out to you, and what that kind of looked like.
Yeah, so I had my first modeling gig last week. A page on Instagram actually reached out to me asking if I would be available for a photo shoot a couple weeks ago, and I ended up getting sick like the day before it happened, so I canceled. I said, let me know if you have any other gigs available. And so they hit me back. It was for a new French restaurant in the area, and I didn't really know what to expect. They just told me to wear white. So I went, I showed up. It was me and another female model, and the two of us chatted for a while the photographers kind of got everything set up. We met the owners of the restaurant, 2 nice French guys, just telling us, like, you guys will be the first ones trying this new cuisine. Like,
fucking 5-course meal, right? You said
it was.
Like,
we ate so much fancy, delicious food. Like, they just kept bringing out new courses.
Oh.
They'd like take pictures of us with all the food, and then they'd like have us eat the food. We'd feed each other, just like, you know, acting like a couple. And then when they got the shots they needed, we'd finish the dish. They'd clear the table, then they'd bring out the next course, and we'd just repeat that.
That's the best, dude. Like, I asked Aidan, like, how much did you get paid? He's like, I didn't need to get paid, bro. We got paid in food.
We got paid in food.
In a 5-course meal that would have probably cost upwards of 1 to 2 million rupiah.
I would say
for
so,
something on that fancy level. And it's good exposure. Did you get, so do you have the headshots or videos? So if you check out the vlog, I believe Aidan did you had like a quick clip of that experience, but
yes.
Did they send you any of the photos yet or videos from the actual filming?
They did not. They said that should be available after 2 weeks.
Okay. And do we know if we're going to see your face on a fucking billboard around
here? We do
here?
not, but it's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Eventually it is going to happen.
Especially after talking to DJ and talking to him about the modeling that he did.
Yeah.
If I keep this up, keep getting exposure, and keep modeling with different agencies, my face is going to be on a billboard in Bali. And the Grab driver's going to be like, oh, it's
so
you!
Good, dude. It really is funny. You can just
find yourself.
It's so fucking funny. That's a cool experience. And you, shortly after the modeling experience, you're talking about this girl you met who is really well cultured. She lives in China, right?
Yes, she studies in Shanghai.
Yep.
Shout out to you, Dinchik. I had a great time doing the photo shoot together. But yeah, she speaks Mandarin, Russian, and 1 or 2 other languages as well.
Very smart. So the Chinese would say, 这个女人非常聪明. She's very smart, and I'm sure 我觉得她的中文水平比我的好得多了. I believe that her Chinese speaking level is much better than mine, because when you're living in Shanghai and all you're doing is studying all the time, and she's teaching Chinese, right?
Yes.
Like she actually is a non-Chinese person teaching Chinese, so probably learn a lot from that individual. But it's another great way to meet people, to potentially get opportunities. You end up on a billboard, try new food, and experience it. So I was really stoked about your experience with that, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was a
super
really
neat.
fun experience.
You just can't beat that shit, dude.
And yeah, now I feel a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. So
Yeah.
we were practicing some modeling poses last night at dinner.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some headshots done, get my modeling card built out, and start building a portfolio. So
It's fun.
ADT modeling coming soon.
Oh yeah, dude. That's a great thing. You just throw ADT in front of anything.
I know, dude. It's my brand.
You turn it into a fucking business.
And then one day,
Yeah.
hostile takeover of ADT security.
ADT security.
Like, that's my brand.
That's so great. What you could do is you could be like always deceiving people, and you could start with a partnership with them, and then like, oh yeah, you're my friend, and then I'm gonna get you. You know, they'll never see it coming.
I like that.
And then there's gonna be one guy in a boardroom that's like, ADT. Holy fuck, he's on the inside now, and he's gonna see what you're doing. But there's always another bus to catch, dude. There's always another bus to catch. There's always an opportunity when you can see it, and it's really neat, especially meeting people like DJ, you know, who we went out with last night. A lot of the things that we're going to be talking about are experiences that are going to be in the vlog, right? Because the vlog is like happening as it's happening, right? And this is an opportunity to talk about some of those experiences, and we'll get into some of the crazier shit towards the end, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta. We all know what you came here to see.
Oh
and,
yeah, we got some good stuff in
we
store
got some
for
stuff, but it's neat because a lot of people have been out here for multiple years, and they know this island so well. They know the culture, they know people that you want to talk to, the opportunities, and it's really fucking something, man. Oh, other news is we aren't fucking leaving. That much I can tell you.
Yeah, we aren't fucking leaving.
We're not fucking leaving.
Thanks to the master negotiator.
Oh man, I don't know about all that, but I've read some books from very smart individuals, and I've got like a little bit of sales experience. But it was cool because the owner of this villa is a German man, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Brandon, some things fell through with other potential tenants," and he remembered that I'd expressed an interest in staying at his property for multiple months, right? Because we came out here for 6 months. I was thinking, hey, maybe we'd lock something in long term. And then Aidan and I are kind of like, oh, we're not sure. Like, let's test the waters, which was smart. Because you don't want to overcommit to a place that you don't necessarily, like, we could have got fucked.
That's true.
Luckily, this worked out well. And
the original plan is we wanted to move around the island every month, renting a new place.
Yes.
Which we quickly realized was not going to be good for us.
Logistical nightmare.
We thrive on routine. And just spending all of the time trying to find the new place, going to see new places. It's just a drain.
Dude. It's like another, like, oh, let's add another job to all of our existing jobs. Startup companies, fitness, modeling, relationships, book writing, blog posting, content creation, content editing, like routines, exercise, adventure. Dude, there's never like a pause. We'll get into the upcoming pause too. I can set the tone for that at some point. Don't forget, my head's going multiple places.
The upcoming
ADHD.
Pause.
The upcoming pause. I'm going to a silent retreat. I'm leaving for a silent retreat. We're gonna thread back to that. We got a lot of shit to talk about.
Yes, okay.
Right now we're on Villa Xavier. Xavier. He reached out to me. This gentleman reached out to me and said, "Hey, I know you're looking for," and I was like, I'm gonna let this one sit for a little bit because you don't want to come off too needy. But we just got done looking at 2 other villas. One was absolutely fucking beautiful.
It was so cool.
But it was just not in the right location for us. The other one was in a poppin' spot, but it wasn't enticing enough for us to want to stay there. And also that we would have had to get another bed.
And there's no pool.
And the Molesies, the fucking Molesies were bad. And a Mosie is a mosquito, apparently.
An Australian mosquito.
Oh, is it like it's the specific Australian mosquito?
That's what I'm making it.
That's what we're gonna make it. So they have him here. So it wasn't really working out. And then obviously we told you our friend DJ that we went out with last night, his fellow was having some issues. He's like, I don't feel comfortable renting this to you guys. So we're like, fuck, dude, this actually like kind of sucks. And Aidan and I were both thinking about, we weren't really talking about, like, we like this place. But this individual reached out to me and said, hey, are you looking at it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but it's way too expensive. It's out of our budget. We're going to find something else. And he's like, whoa. I can work with you if we do it off the app, right? Because I booked this place on Airbnb, and it was supposed to be a luxurious month for us. Like, all right, we can afford $2,700 for the first month, and just fuck it. This is a cool place. We'll film some content, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, there's no way that this guy can give us a price that is reasonable, because we're looking at our budget's like $750 to $1,500 a month, like $1,500 like max a month, right? And you should be able to find a solid 2-room for that. You can. They're out here, right? And after a lot of back and forth, I was showing Aidan the messages and, you know, using all the sales tactics and tactical empathy and just really getting to the bottom price. We got him down to under $1,250 a month for the next 5 months.
Solid.
So it worked out well, and we're excited to stay here. And it's just, that is a nice relief, because we were, towards the end, really sinking a lot of time into finding the right place. And you don't want to spend time looking for where you're going to live when you're trying to live.
And we love this place.
We do.
Not only is it beautiful, we got this great setup for the podcast, a nice pool. Dude. We both got air-conditioned rooms. It's in a great location in Seminyak. Like, we can walk to where we take our laundry. Lots of great restaurants within walking or a short grab ride away. Like, we're around everything.
Yeah, which is to the point, right, that we really figured out the place for us. Because when you know, Bali, you think Bali is Bali, but there's so many different places in Bali, right? And so when we were looking at properties, we were like looking at YouTube videos and ChatGPT. And when I came out here last month, I spent like 4 days out in Seminyak, Jimbaran, Canggu. I just got like a small taste of these areas, and then I went north, I went northeast, and then I went, you know, southeast.
Which is like more rural.
Way more rural, dude. And so I immediately determined that this general area of the island is the place to live, but there's still multiple areas within that area, right? So Aidan and I were thinking originally Canggu is going to be the place. Oh, that's where all the digital nomads are, a bunch of shit, like nightlife. And then after being here and just visiting Canggu, we're like, Canggu is cool, but
Canggu would have been cool in our 20s, like when we were partying and fucked up all the time.
Doing coke and getting drunk all the time,
like,
dude.
If you're coming here to party, do drugs.
Rave scene.
Yeah.
Don't come here and do drugs. You'll go to jail. Drugs are illegal.
True.
But if you're here to party, drink, and just, you know, basically fuck people, drink, party, go clubbing, then go to Canggu. You know,
it's the move.
It's totally the move. And, you know, you can go there to work too. I'm sure they've got great gyms. They've got a nice
they do have some good co-working spaces up there too. But Seminyak is a bit more mature, laid back. There's a big expat community here, so the crowd is a little bit older and more relaxed, and that's kind of the vibe we're looking for what we're looking to do.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And Soham Wellness Center. We
Soham
love the gym, man. We don't want to leave that place.
That wellness center is the best. We just got, did we talk about the foot massage, the reflexology massage on the last one?
No, because we were going the next day.
Oh, yeah. So we got those. I finally understand. So like Aidan obviously had his foot massage on the beach by that poor lady that had to touch his feet. Because he wouldn't buy her fucking charms. He wouldn't buy her Lucky Charms. So she went for the foot massage, and, but it's called like reflexology, and I really liked it, man. We did it at Soham Wellness. You got a free reflexology massage with your membership.
I don't think that was reflexology. It was just a foot massage.
Okay, so reflexology
is more specific.
Okay.
Where they're working specific parts of your
They
foot.
called it reflexology.
Yeah.
Bootleg reflexology.
Yeah, exactly.
So he didn't like it as much as I did. I got a lot of enjoyment from it. But it's fun, like when, this is a tough job. I got to figure out what kind of massage I like the most. Like, that's like, you got to make like real important decisions in life. You got to figure out, like, I got to figure out where I want to pay people to touch me the most, right? And foot was a good contender. The full bodies, him and I agree, like, full body's nice once in a while, but if you find that sweet spot, if you're like a shoulder rub guy, or you like a good head massage or your neck, then isolate. Maybe find someone who's really good at that muscle that can work it and pay for it. But Soham Wellness, the best.
Yeah.
It's the best for the price. Now I'm sure there's spilled coffee on myself. I'm getting excited. I'm sure there's more luxurious gyms that we looked at, but Soham it's the best value you're gonna get.
Yes, the best value, absolutely.
Yeah, you can't argue with it.
I heard
Cold
good
plunge
things
is awesome.
about that Nirvana gym, but that's like,
What was it again?
so like, well, I'm trying to do the USD conversion. It's like a few million a month at least.
Okay.
Like it was like close to $200
60 plus times
US
3.
dollars.
Yeah. Gosh, it'd be like put probably by like 150 to 180 USD. And also the distance from Soham, it takes us, sometimes it takes less than, no, it's definitely less than 10 minutes to get there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and today, like when I left just past 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
we just zipped right over there, no traffic.
Love it. Yeah, these drivers are great. They get you to where you need to be. And yeah, Seminyak is, you're close enough to get to the fucking airport, to get to Jimbaran, anywhere you need to go. It's going to take you to, a while to get to the north of the island, but the only time you go to places like Lovina, Kubu, or Banjar, or Mangas is if you're doing like a trip anyways, because you're not gonna live out there, man.
Yeah.
You would go fucking crazy. Even the most serene person would go nuts living in an area like that.
Yeah.
For too long. So
I like going out and being like, where am I going to eat today?
Yeah,
And
man.
there's always a new place to try.
mm-hmm.
We could eat 4 different meals at 4 different places
There's so
every
much
single
good
day we're
food.
here, and we still wouldn't try all the restaurants
Yeah,
around here.
there's no shortage of that. And I mean, you walk out, so to your point, we've got our people who do our laundry, and then right next door to them is like a money exchange, which you wouldn't need too much because it's like physical dollar bills. And then right next to that's an apothec, which is a pharmacy. And then next to that, you can choose any fucking massage place. You just walk out and it's
that
like,
burger joint I tried yesterday is fucking delicious.
The smash burgers here
They're so good.
they're good, man. So yeah, it's pretty nice waking up to a fucking pool, tropical weather, and like anything you need, and being able to get back and forth for relatively cheap. So
Feels good to be sweating at the end of January.
yeah, no shit. It was a bit of an adjustment at first. I'm like, this is pretty hot here, but now like even as I sweat, it's you get used to it.
Yeah, you get used
You
to
really
it.
get used to it, man. So
And even if I get bothered by it, because there is a part of me that loves the cold. I love my cold plunges, and I love the snow. I'm a big snowboarder.
yeah,
But every time I think about the fact that it's -10 degrees Fahrenheit back home, I'm like, yep, I'll take this any day.
you guys are getting fucking wrecked right now. People in the southern states are getting fucking.
We are always wearing
completely wrecked.
shorts and a t-shirt here.
Yeah.
You're not putting on, I mean, we put on long pants
Well,
for dinner.
I put on this dress
but-
shirt so I would look handsome for the podcast.
Well, yes, of course. That's a thin shirt.
Yeah, it is pretty thin, actually. Did I get coffee in it?
We're
No, I
not
didn't.
wearing hoodies and sweatpants, I guess
No.
is what I meant.
Yeah,
Like,
I left all that shit back home. I'm like, there's no. If you have to wear hoodies and sweatpants here, like this place is fucked, and like it's gonna go way downhill. It's gonna ruin everything. If they get hit with snow, the day
Oh,
Bali,
God, yeah.
you know when they say when hell freezes over, when Bali freezes over.
When Bali freezes
We're gonna change
over.
that.
Well, and being so close to the equator, the length of the day doesn't change too much
Yeah.
here. So instead of it being like really dark in the winter like we get in the northern hemisphere, the days are like relatively long here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
the sun
I
comes out
would
early.
not. I guess technically it's summer here because we're in the southern hemisphere.
Yes.
But we're south of the equator here.
Yes, it is summer here. That's what. And waking up to natural sunlight's great. And to be completely honest, the worst part of wet season for us was like the first week here. It hasn't been that bad
Yeah,
since.
it really hasn't.
You know, like intermittent rain, which feels good because it cools it down, and then it fucking goes away. Like you'll hear a thunderstorm for 10 minutes at some point at night, and then you'll wake up and it'll be sunny. And you're like, oh, there was a thunderstorm last night? And
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like today is a beautiful day.
Yeah. So
Sun's shining.
It's cool, man. But back to like other parts of the island. So where I'm going, and in the next vlog, do like a recap of that experience, you know.
Mhm.
But where I'm going today is I'm headed to Lovina, which is known for the dolphin excursion, which some of you might have seen when I was out here a couple months ago. I saw the dolphins. You get up at the crack ass of dawn, even when it's still dark out, and you take a boat out to the water. All these boats and these dolphins, man, they start jumping. You see like 20, 30 just school of dolphins. I don't know if you call them a school. Are they a school? Are they a team?
I think
What's
a
a group?
school is proper for dolphins.
We're going to check
A
that.
pod.
Is it really
Yes,
a pod?
A pod of dolphins.
Look at the brains on Aidan. What do you get for that, Aidan?
Highest IQ award.
The world's highest IQ
Been
award for
fucking
today.
earning that
He's
shit.
been getting that award quite a bit. So a pod of dolphins, and it was pretty incredible. So that's what Loveen is known for. But we met someone who is telling us about the silent retreat that they have out there. So I'm gonna go out to a silent retreat, enjoy that for a few days, and no one seems to believe me that I'm gonna be able to shut the fuck up for 3 days. So I kind of have something to prove. So or maybe I get kicked out and we talk about that on the podcast when we come back. But
either way, it'll be a great conversation.
It's afterwards. I can't get tricked into having conversation there because that's how they get you. And the person we met. So tie it back to relationships, right? We went to go check out that beautiful villa that I was telling you about, and the girl showing us was her name's Lynn, and she's from Canada, and she's in Jimbaran. And we checked out this villa, and Aidan and I were like, "This is fucking awesome," But she's heading out to Thailand in a few weeks, and she's got all of her plan, and she's on her journey. But she's like, "I'm going to the silent retreat." I was like, "Hey, send me that information." So we connected afterwards, and it's cool because now we're gonna go. That turned into an opportunity for a silent retreat, and then meeting someone new and making a new friend that way. And I'm excited for it. It's something challenging. Shout out to Zach Vandegooch, who did this years ago after college in Thailand and said it was an extremely fulfilling and life-changing experience. Now, he did it in a slightly different setting, but I imagine that the results are still going to yield like a net positive, if you just kind of let it happen. And then also DJ said he did 3, right? He told us last night. He's done 3, so to go back and do it twice more is great. And what we do is so digital heavy. We're just constantly on our phones and laptop, and sometimes, as every single person watching this can relate, it drains a part of you. Like whether you'd like to admit it or not, no matter how intentional you are, or whether you're scrolling or whether you're not scrolling, you're working, it drains you, man. Like humans weren't meant to stare at screens all day, but that's kind of the age we're in. So doing a detox after being so into the weeds with social media, content creation, building a company, it's going to be a nice relief, a much needed relief for a few days. And I'm really looking forward to that experience and then sharing that with you guys on the next vlog. So it'd be cool, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about it. I'm definitely going to do one before the end of this trip because I think that would be really good for me. I was a little worried at first that I'd lose my Duolingo streak because I got like a 762-day streak. Been working on that for a couple of years now, but I think you get up to 5 streak freezes. So
you do get up to 5 streak freezes?
I could do a 3-day retreat.
Do you think you could use a streak freeze for what happened last night?
God, I sure hope so. Yeah, so last night we were out with DJ for Taco Tuesday at a place in Seminyak. Great tacos, and they had a mocktail list. So usually if a restaurant has a mocktail list, I'll order one. They had one called Agua de Tamarindo. So it was like tamarind, lemon, honey, maybe like one other thing. It sounded pretty good. So I ordered it, and I'm sipping on it, and it was strong. But I was thinking like that lime has a really strong bite. And so then our food comes, eat all of my food, and then I take a big swig of the drink to wash my food down, and I'm just like, there's booze in this. And I go up to the counter, I'm like, excuse me, is there alcohol in this drink? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what? I can't have alcohol. And then she's like, you ordered El Tamarindo. I'm like, no, the Agua de Tamarindo. They have a fucking cocktail on the menu called El Tamarindo and a mocktail called Agua de Tamarindo. So with the language barrier, she didn't know what the fuck I was ordering.
You're in a country that speaks Indonesian. We speak English.
We're at a Mexican restaurant.
We're at a Mexican restaurant with a menu written in Spanish. So with 2 drinks that are, you're never going to get the right drink there. You're not going to fucking win that war. There's no way.
And it was really funny, like after it happened and looking back on it, because like DJ's awesome. Like when we first met him, we instantly hit it off with him. So like we're the 3 of us vibe together.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting across from them 2, and I'm just like, wow, like I'm really vibing with these guys. Like I'm having a great time.
You know,
Little
I'm just
did I
drunk.
know I was just fucking sipping on alcohol for
Oh.
the first time in, what, 15, 16 months.
And it's all recorded, at least the aftermath, when we realized it, and Aidan was like, all right, I just got to record what this experience is. So you guys are going to definitely love that in the travel vlog. And me and DJ were laughing so fucking hard, and I was fucking with them, and definitely not being like the most supportive friend, but I said, dude, if this ever happens to me, like, please, like record, and it was authentic content, because it wasn't intentional. I said, listen, bro, you only relapse if you drink that again. That's definitely a relapse.
Yeah, I drank half of it, and he said if you finish that drink, it's a relapse.
It's a relapse.
So
it is
I did not finish the drink.
And but I was trying.
I enjoyed the buzz.
Because Aidan's like, wow, like I feel like really comfortable in my own skin, and like this is just like a really good vibe. And then he's like, wait a minute, I must be drunk. The first thought is like, I feel good and comfortable, and I'm really enjoying your guys' company. I'm like, oh, dude, he must be drunk. I'm like, because he never felt this way.
It felt like MDMA after taking all that break.
That's so insane, because you had half a drink and you got a buzz. Do you remember the last time that you had a half a drink and got a buzz?
Oh, fuck no, dude.
There's no way. There's not a chance.
Well, it's funny because in one of the podcasts we did before, you said, like, if either of us relapse, we'll definitely film it and make content, but it's not going to happen.
Did we?
Yeah,
is that recorded?
That shit, dude.
We got to go back to that clip. I got to like merge that clip in this conversation.
That will be
That's
great.
the great thing about documenting stuff. He's like, dude, there's proof. There's digital evidence that I caused it. So in a way, you could say I caused Aidan to relapse. Maybe that should be the caption of the video.
Brandon causes Aidan to relapse.
Mind explode emoji. We love that emoji.
But on the real, I do talk about relapsing a lot because it's just like, it's this fantasy I have in my head. Whether it's relapsing or going out and partying, mid-afternoon, I'm always talking to Brandon like, all right, like we're going out tonight. We're gonna have fun tonight. And you're like, okay, sure, dude.
Yeah.
And then sure as shit, as soon as 8 p.m. rolls around, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting ready for bed.
Get ready for bed.
But I gotta have that fantasy in my head.
Yeah.
That's entertaining for me. Just to have that hope, like we're gonna do something
fucking
crazy tonight.
DJ Fatso, dude.
We're not gonna do anything crazy.
No, it was, and we were cracking up. We had such a good time at Taco Tuesday. You sound so old, dude. We went to Taco Tuesday, had a great time. What'd you do? We ate tacos and then laughed and talked to people and like, oh, did you go dancing? Did you get drunk? No, just ate some tacos and had a good time, dog. It was crazy.
I was yawning, and DJ's like, well, what time is it? It's like, it's 8:45. I got to get home.
I was like, oh, dude, it's past our bedtime. He said, what time is it? I said 8:45, and we just started laughing again. He's like, holy shit. He just turned 30 as well. So what was cool about last night is that we were in, for some reason, all the Americans were there for Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, everyone there was American.
And we were all laughing because we never meet Americans out here. Like, they're like a minority because all the foreigners are mostly going to be I would say Australians and Chinese and Russians.
Yeah.
That's probably the top three right there.
Australian, Chinese, Russians, and then definitely UK too.
There's some British folks over here as well. So yeah, it was a fun Taco Tuesday, and yeah, Aidan completely broke that streak. So I wouldn't count it. I would still keep your streak, but so if you apply Duolingo logic, you get 5 of those.
Yeah, 5 streak freezes.
You get 5 streak freezes.
I mean, I still met my goal of not indulging in any substances in 2024. Like 2024 was my first year that was like completely sober. So at least I didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
I did it this year, but I mean, I'm still gonna remain sober, but it definitely is something that's like, okay, having a drink on a special occasion, I think could be fun.
Okay.
Because cool. I literally had half a drink, and I'm like, that was a nice experience. I don't want to make it a habit, but like I like my sobriety, but it happened for a reason.
Yeah, it did, and I really believe that reason is so we can get more views.
It was funny as shit.
Because that clip is hilarious.
I was really fucking upset at first. I was so distraught. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
He held it together well. He really did, because I knew you were really bothered. I'm like, I want to tread lightly, but this is really funny.
As soon as the waitress was like, yeah, there's alcohol in it, I just was like, fuck. And I went and sat down. I'm just like...
So good. It had to happen here, man. So it was cool. So it's been it's been a great week. Fucking crazy. just time flies, bro. Like, oh, we've been here for a month, and we have to renew our gym membership. I'm like, but no, Aiden's like, yeah, it's been a month. I'm like, holy fuck, bro.
Yeah.
We only have 5 more months. Every time a driver asks, how long are you staying here for? And I tell them like 6 months. They're like, oh, long time. I'm like, no.
No, 6
No,
months
it's already
is
been
not a long
no,
time.
it's not a long time. Like, I actually need to come back.
Yeah.
Because that's not enough time. So we're not fucking leaving, and we're excited to be here and look forward to the many journeys to come, and then sharing that with you guys. So, Aiden's he's gonna put in some work today and this weekend, finishing up the vlog and getting everything together for our executive producer, the other Brandon K. It's like I want to call him Brandon K, and I'm like, well, that's confusing.
I'm Brandon K.
We're all Brandon K. I'm Brandon K. He's Brandon K.
My friends are all Brandon K.
Brandon K's are good guys. If you ever meet anyone named Brendan, don't trust them. Fuck them. They're my arch nemesis. And even if you're a nice guy, your name's Brendan, I personally don't want anything to do with you, and I hope you fucking hate comments on our posts.
Yeah, and my arch nemesis are Aidan, who spell their name with an E-N. Fuck you. You're the bane of my existence.
That's bane. All right, so on that note, I feel it's good to end on a little bit of hate. We've had a lot of positive stuff to say, and so fuck you, Brendan. Fuck you, Aiden's with an E, and we look forward to connecting with everybody on a recap next week for podcast number 4.
Thanks for tuning in.
Take it easy, guys. We'll see you next time.